Bueno, chicos y chicas, aquí estamos otro día más en Metal Gear Solid Snake Remake. Y bueno, vamos a acabar ya. Este es el final. Estamos jugando en extremo, ¿vale? Dificultad extremo. Y bueno, nos falta, gente, solamente lo de la tarjeta, ¿no? Lo de la tarjeta viene siendo calentarla. Temperatura alta. Así que vamos allá, gente. Hoy tengo pensado de liarla, ¿eh? La vamos a liar parda. Ahora vais a ver dónde lo voy a hacer, gente. Vale, aquí los enemigos, si no me equivoco, aquí los eliminé. Y están eliminados, literal. No salen ya, como estamos viendo. Y por aquí sí, por aquí suelen salir 4. Siempre hay 4 soldados genoma. Y de hecho voy a empezar a matarlos ya. Venga, hombre, muérete. Ha tardado mucho en morirse, ¿eh? Pues sí, gente, hoy vamos a acabar ya. Hoy es el final. Menos mal que le he dado en la cabeza, porque si no se daba cuenta este hombre. Vale, vamos a chequearlo, gente, porque quiero ratio, yo quiero vida. Es que no me dan nada. Literal. Vale, otra cosa que quería deciros, gente. La cinemática de Grey Fox, ahí vamos a cortar unos vídeos y vamos a meter el original, ¿vale? Porque es cuando lucha contra Res, ¿vale? El ninja. Porque tiene copyright, entonces pues yo no quiero copyright, ¿vale? Pero no os vais a perder nada. O sea, solamente una cinemática. Y ya está, vamos a meter la del original. Lo escucharéis en español, ¿vale? Es lo que tiene el copyright, gente, lo siento, pero bueno, es así. Esto lo voy a matar, ¿vale? Ahí, para que no se quede vivo. Vale, vamos allá. Niquita ya que no me hace falta, pero bueno. Solamente vamos a tirar de Stinger y de Socon y de Famas, porque ahora la voy a liar ahora. Cuando vayamos a calentar la llave, ¿vale? Y bueno, vamos a ver. Está harto de cojones, ¿eh? Bueno, los cuervos, gente, si les disparo, me atacan, eso está claro.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay. I'll ask him myself. Colonel, What's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Oh, sí, la verdad que... La verdad que sí. Vale, vamos a ver. Tenemos que subir ahora a otro piso para arriba, ¿vale? Esto lo hice lo que voy a hacer ahora. Bueno, voy a dar al ascensor para subir. Lo que voy a hacer ahora lo hice ya en normal, ¿no? Ahora lo vamos a hacer en extremo. Y me estaréis preguntando, Canu, ¿pero qué vas a hacer? Pues lo que voy a hacer es liarla parda, ¿no? Para darle emoción al vídeo, gente. Por eso lo hago. Vamos a ver si llegamos, porque el ascensor tarda mucho. Bueno, pues ration, necesito ration, ¿eh? Aquí es donde la voy a liar, gente. Sí, como lo estáis escuchando, aquí es donde la voy a liar. Quiero alertar a los guardias y matar 20 o 30 enemigos o así, cosas así, ¿no? Vais a ver, vais a ver. Lo voy a hacer sin que me maten. Voy a intentarlo. Y más en extremo. En extremo hay que tener cuidado. Pero bueno, baja otro, ¿eh? No lo tengo a tiro. Ahora sí. Vale, y arriba debería de haber otro guardia. Lo que voy a hacer es tirar una bomba para que lo escuche. Y me meto aquí. Ya está, ya podemos liar la gorda, gente, con las famas. Vamos allá. Es que esto me encanta, de verdad, hacerlo. Me encanta, tío. Tanto en el Metal Gear Solid 2 como en el Metal Gear Solid 1 me encanta hacer esto. Tengo muchas ganas de subir Metal Gear Solid 2, gente. Cuando acabe aquí, subiré Metal Gear Solid 2. Vale, mientras tengamos balas de las famas, voy a seguir quedándome aquí. Ahora vamos a tirar bombas, venga. Tenéis que dejarlo pulsado y entonces la tira más lejos la bomba. Bueno, esa la ha tirado mal. No la ha tirado mal, ¿no? Como revientan, ¿eh? Es una barbaridad. La de gente que llevo ya muerta y la que me queda, ¿eh? Que vale, bien, que llevan escudo. Pero yo el escudo se lo rompo y lo mato. Ahí está. Que como mola, es que me encanta hacer esto, gente, os lo digo en serio, ¿eh? Ah, recarga, recarga. Buf, madre. Es que no tengo ration ahora. Mucho cuidado. No, sí, en verdad lo estoy haciendo bien, sinceramente. puerta doble. Seguramente entren por la puerta esa ahora. Por la puerta grande, exactamente. Es que lo malo es el escudo, ¿no? Vale, vamos a gastar granadas ahora. No, la ha tirado mal, ¿eh? La había tirado mal, gente. Buf, la estoy liando parda, ¿eh? No, 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 no. No, cuidado. Buah, tengo que recuperar vida ahora, ¿eh? No me queda otra. Ya estáis viendo, me la estoy jugando, ¿eh? Pero jugándomela que lo flipas, tío. En extremo, ¿eh? Vale. Estas cámaras ya estáis viendo que las rompí. O sea, no hace falta romperlas otra vez. Vale, gente, la alarma se ha ido. No, todavía sigue intacta, ¿no? Pero hay un hombre aquí que ha sospechado. A ver, voy a sacar la soco. Ahora tenemos que tener cuidado. No quiero alertar a nadie ahora, ¿eh? He matado un montón de enemigos y eso me ha gustado mucho. Se desahoga uno haciendo esto, ¿eh? Matando terroristas aquí. Vale, pues la tarjeta se me habrá calentado ya. La tarjeta llave. Todo el rato que llevo aquí. He venido a calentarla, claro, y para matar a esta gente. Vamos a esperar a ver si se van esta gente. Madre mía, cómo venía ese, ¿eh? Perfecto. Pues ya estaría, gente. Ese se ha caído a la lava, ¿eh? Qué bueno. Este también lo voy a tirar a la lava. Vais a ver lo que hace. Se quema, ¿eh? Cuando lo tiramos para abajo. Sí, sí, o sea, literal. Lo dejan los huesos, ¿no? Lo deshidrata entero. Y allí tenemos un hombre que le voy a pegar un francazo, gente, que no se lo va ni a esperar. En toda la cabeza. Vamos a coger... ¿dónde está, tío? ¿Pentacén? ¿Dónde está, tío? No lo encuentro. Bueno, sin pentacén. ¡Hala! Me la juego. En toda la cabeza, sin pentacén. Alucina, chaval. Pues ya sabéis que el pentacén, si no nos ponemos en el franco, se mueve mucho, ¿no? Pero ya habéis visto la puntería que he tenido ahí. Ha sido espectacular. No me gusta tirarme flores, gente, pero es que lo he hecho muy bien, ¿no? No sé, opinen vosotros. Vale, ya tenemos la tarjeta, ya estáis viendo, la tenemos caliente, en alta. Temperatura alta. Y ahora tenemos que ir al ordenador a ponerla. ¿De acuerdo? Y claro, van a salir muchas cinemáticas, por supuesto. Tenemos que enfrentarnos con Res y contra Liquid Snake, el hermano gemelo de Solid Snake. Vale, desearme suerte, que la voy a necesitar. Aquí ya estáis viendo que las cámaras ya no hace falta ni romperlas, pues ya como están rotas, ¿no? Ya aquí pasamos tranquilamente y no hay ningún problema. Vaya con los cuervos, ¿eh? Es que claro, si les disparo se me tiran, que eso está claro. Ya lo viste ahí en el vídeo anterior, ¿no? Cuando lo subí en normal. Se me tiraban todos los cuervos, ¿eh? Todos. Vale, y ahora ojito aquí, que aquí tenemos que tener cuidado que hay enemigos, ¿vale? Aquí siempre salen.
Freeze. No. What was that just now?
Vaya puntería, le he dado a ese en la cabeza, ¿en serio? Mi puntería no falla nunca, ¿eh? Bueno, la otra vez sí falló, pero esta vez parece que me lo estoy tomando muy en serio. Mira, aquí hay otro, ¿eh?
Is there somebody there?
¿Me ha escuchado? Este lo voy a dormir, ¿vale? Si le he dado en la cabeza. Pero bueno. Bueno, tengo que chequearlo porque ha cogido la radio y iba a hablar, ¿eh? Y se dan cuenta estos. Vale, ration, perfecto. Ya tenemos ration. Nos piramos de aquí. Eso es lo que yo quería, dormirlo para conseguir un ration. Hemos sido ahí inteligentes, ¿no? Vale, perfecto. Nos faltaría un ration. Vamos a ver si me suelta este uno. ¿El otro tío está abajo o dónde está? Que siempre estaba por aquí. Ah, vale. Vale, vamos a dormirlo ahora. Ahí está. Y lo vamos a chequear, ¿vale? Ay, no, mierda, no quería tirarlo abajo, quería chequearlo. Bueno, no pasa nada, hay otro soldado ahí. De todas maneras tengo ya un ration, pero bueno. Bueno, tengo dos ratios. A ver. No, he fallado esa bala, no puedo fallar, ¿eh? Se ha subido arriba, ¿eh? Venga, duerme. No es que me lo cargue, simplemente lo duermo y ya está. Vale, ahora vamos a chequearlo porque yo quiero otro ration, ¿vale? Podemos tener 3. No, vaya mierda, tío. Bueno, no pasa nada, gente. De todas maneras, lo voy a hacer bien. Pero eso sí, me gustaría llevar mis 3 ration porque a lo que nos vamos a enfrentar ahora va a ser brutal. Vale, atención aquí, que aquí hay soldaditos. Vale, perfecto. Vale, ahí hay otro. Ese seguramente es el que se sube siempre arriba. Bueno, gente, pues vamos a enfrentarnos ya a Res. En el momento que pongamos... Vale, me está llamando Naomi, creo que es Naomi.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' face is my name. The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s, a dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox.
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Foxdie? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes, created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Foxdie.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Foxdie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was... Snake...
Hey! What are you doing?
Snake...
Naomi?
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Foxdie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Qué asco de Naomi y la madre que la parió. Bueno, el soldado, cuidadito, ¿eh? Cuidadito, que está por aquí y no quiero ahora liarla, ¿vale? Míralo, ahí está. Aquí abajo hay otro. No me acordaba, ¿eh? Creo que va a subir. Este va a subir, ¿no? No, me ha escuchado. Literalmente me ha escuchado. Dime que me sale esto, por favor. Bien. ¿Habéis visto lo que he hecho? ¿Eh? Y ahora lo vamos a esperar aquí. Al estilo Tomb Raider, ¿no? Al estilo Lara Croft. Ya habéis visto en Nail lo que hace. Salta de una baranda a otra. Se queda enganchado, chaval. Hay muchas estrategias para eliminar a los soldados, sinceramente, en este juego. Pero muchísimas, ¿eh? Vale, a ver este. No me suelta nada, por nada. Es lo que hay, vamos a matarlo. A la muerto. Eso por no darme ratio. Nada, gente, aquí hay una cinemática, si no me equivoco, a ver. No. Vale, tenemos que poner la tarjeta, vale, no me acordaba. La última tarjeta de todas ya.
Number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
No! Why? I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Foxdie.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox dye vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid! How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Qué mala suerte, gente. Es que claro, Snake pensaba que iba a desactivarlo. O no, lo ha activado. Vale, aquí me van a llenar de gas esto ahora. Voy a llamar directamente a Otacon. Me pongo la máscara táctica por si acaso, pero no creo que me haga falta. Pero yo me la pongo.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Es el único que me puede abrir la puerta, Otacon. Vale, ahora me va a avisar. Así que vamos a esperar. Vale, ya está.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Qué guapa la máscara, Pero bueno, se la voy a quitar ya. Vale, ahí, si salgo para afuera, está Liquid Snake. Vamos a enfrentarnos ya a él. Pero antes de nada voy a guardar la partida. Vale, como siempre, porque puede pasar alguna desgracia y no quiero.
Is everything all right, Snake? Win, Snake, win!
Gana, Snake, gana. Bueno, pues muchas gracias, Mei Ling. Bueno, gente, aquí hay una cinemática, me callo,
Liquid!
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder, Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox-Die's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox-Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be. But that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox-Die. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him.
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
Snake, tu sangre será la primera que derrame esta gloriosa nueva arma. Considéralo un honor, un regalo de tu hermano. Ahora verás, maldito. Probarás el poder de un arma que nos llevará al siglo XXI.
Se está moviendo. ¿Cómo lo voy a detener?
Bueno, vamos a ello. Venga. Stinger en la mano. Y cuidadito, ¿eh? Uf, es que el rey ya os digo que quita mucha vida, ¿eh? Vale. Tenemos que esquivar bien lo que vienen siendo los misiles, ¿vale? Yo esto lo tengo controlado. No, me he equivocado. Es que tengo que dispararle al lado de la derecha. No, mierda, joder. Menos mal que tengo Ration, pero bueno, no lo voy a utilizar todavía. Esto va a ser chungo, ¿eh? No, pero si estoy apuntando ahí a la derecha, no entiendo por qué se apunta a la cabeza. Se va directo a la cabeza. En fin. Y encima no le doy. Joder. Vale, hombre, ahora. No lo tengo a tiro. No lo tengo a tiro. Me tengo que venir para la derecha. Vale, perfecto. Ahí andamos, gente. Es que ahí no lo tengo a tiro. Es increíble. ¿Cómo se cubre el cabrón? Vamos que lo consigo, ¿eh? Sin utilizar el chaleco. Ay, no quiere disparar abajo, tío. Sin utilizar el chaleco y sin utilizar Ration. Voy a intentarlo. No, pero si lo estoy dando, tío, no. Vale, hombre, venga. Aquí hay que tener cuidado porque me puede chapar directamente. Buah, han pasado los misiles rozándome. Bueno, ya le queda un toque. Vamos a ello. Vale, perfecto. Vamos.
Lo habré conseguido.
Un hombre del pasado, pero mejor que garganta profunda.
Ah, eres tú.
Qué mala pinta tienes, Snake. No has envejecido bien.
¡Te enviaré al infierno!
Fox, ¿por qué? ¿Qué es lo que quieres de mí?
Pertenezco a la muerte. Solo tú puedes salvarme.
Fox, quédate al margen. Piensa en Naomi. Únicamente se concentrará en vengarte.
¿Naomi?
Eres el único que podría detenerla.
No puedo.
¿Por qué?
Porque yo fui quien mató a sus padres. Era joven entonces y no fui capaz de matarla a ella también. Me sentí tan mal que decidí llevarla conmigo. La quería como si fuera mi propia hija para aliviar mi sentido de culpabilidad. Incluso ahora me considera su hermano.
Fox.
Desde fuera, quizás hayamos dado una imagen de hermanos felices, pero cada vez que la miraba, veía a sus padres con la vista clavada en mí. Dile la verdad. Cuéntame que fui yo quien lo hizo.
¡Ahí estáis!
Casi no nos queda tiempo. Este es el último regalo de garganta profunda. ¡Lo voy a inmovilizar!
Fox.
Snake! ¿Te vas a quedar ahí sentado a ver cómo muere?
Zorro atrapado es más peligroso que un chacal.
Ha destruido el visor.
Admirable. Creo que eres digno del nombre en clave Fox. Pero ahora estás acabado.
¡Disparen, Stinger!
¡Fox! ¡Vamos, dispárame! También le matarás a él.
Now, in front of you,
It's no good. I can't do it. It's no good. I can't do it.
After Zanzibar land, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, soon it will finally end. Snake, no somos juguetes del gobierno, ni de nadie más. Combatir era la única cosa, la única para lo que servía. Pero al menos siempre luché por aquello que creía. Snake, adiós.
Eres un estúpido. Ansiaba la muerte y la encontró. ¿Lo ves? No sabes proteger a nadie, ni siquiera a ti. ¡Muere!
Venga, vamos, vamos, vamos. Vamos que lo tenemos, gente.
There you are.
Ahora sí puedo disparar en la cabeza, ¿vale? Grey Fox se ha esforzado mucho para romper lo otro que tenía a la derecha. No, tío, es que estoy haciéndolo mal, gente. Es que no tengo que dispararle al culo. Quiero dispararle en la cabeza. Buah, chaval. Que ya os digo, en extremo es que es difícil, ¿eh? Me he tenido que poner el chaleco por si acaso. Porque es que ya ni me fío. Trágate esa, Liquid. Venga. Venga, vamos, que ahora sí lo estamos haciendo bien. Venga. Esa le ha fallado. Mal asunto. No se puede dar el lujo de fallar ahora. Tío, pero de verdad, tío, me puedo apuntar a la cabeza y se puede apuntar abajo. Es que no lo entiendo, en serio. Venga, vamos, vamos, vamos. Vamos, niño. Siempre hay que jugar tranquilos, ¿eh? Vale, le he dado. Ahí está. Sin apuntar, pero le he dado. No sé ni cómo, pero lo he hecho. Vale, aprovechamos ahora, le queda un toque, ¿eh? Vamos allá. Vale, ya está.
Snake! I'll crush you into dust!
Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die, as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict, new hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method?
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted using gene therapy into the members of the next generation special forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments.
Huh?
1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical, biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and anti-sarin injections were all just to cover up the secret genetic experiments.
So the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes. They too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl? Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No. We have no past, no future. If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me!
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may be only a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You'd better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. Huh? What are you doing?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it!
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Hausman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he is a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
Oh, there's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you. How about you, Snake?
Bueno, el combate final. Liquid Snake contra Solid Snake. Vamos allá. Me encanta este combate, ¿eh? Y encima en extremo. Vale, tenemos que empezar fuertes porque si no, ya sabéis que un golpe que me da quita mucha vida, ¿no? Vamos, ven, ven.
What's wrong, Snake?
Vamos, Liquid. Venga, levanta, levanta. ¡Buah, que me caigo yo! Madre mía. Le hemos quitado mucha vida. No, ¿habéis visto qué patada me ha metido y me ha quitado un montón de vida? Es que en extremo es jodido. Buah, chaval, pues si tenemos ya casi la misma vida. Vais a ver, voy a intentar hacer una cosa. Joder. Esquivar los golpes de Liquid, que se puede agachándose. ¿Estáis viendo? ¿Eh? Se puede esquivar perfectamente. Vale, vamos a ver si podemos conseguirlo. Buah, es que si me da eso me mata, ¿eh? Venga, vamos, vamos, que lo tenemos, gente. Me queda muy poco. No, ¿habéis visto lo que ha faltado que me mata? Buah, y si no llego a esquivar esa, me mata. Madre mía. Ojito, Como me dé un golpe estoy muerto, la verdad. 32 segundos, hay que correr. Que va a explotar la bomba. Oh, ¿cómo se lo he esquivado? Agachándome. Sí, señor. Levanta Liquid. Hala.
Snake!
Snake? Is that you? Snake, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl. That's my codec.
It's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where is Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too. Snake.
Meryl. It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up! Hurry! Looking good, Snake.
Bueno, ahora viene lo peor, ¿eh? Ahora tenemos que ir con el carro, tenemos que salir de aquí.
Hurry! Let me drive.
No corras tanto, Mary. ¿Ves? Por correr tanto, sí que no puedes correr así, hombre, chiquilla. Voy a hacer una cosa, les hago perder el tiempo así. Por eso lo hago esto, ¿no? Así no me dan ni un toque. Y ahora los tiro al suelo y me subo. ¿Habéis visto qué fácil? Esa es la única forma de hacerlo, ¿eh? Para que os quiten muy poca vida, porque ya estáis viendo que esto va a ser jodido, ¿eh? Qué guapo, chaval. Con la ametralladora ligera, Snake, tío. Igual que su padre, ¿eh? En Metal Gear Solid 3. Mierda. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Perfecto. Joder, pero cómo me dan siempre cada vez. Es que está en extremo, gente. Es que es lo que tiene. Vale. Fijaos qué guapa la música del original, ¿eh? Y ahora pues viene Liquid a por nosotros, ahí está. Vamos a por él. Ahora hay que tener mucho cuidado. Venga, vamos, vamos, que lo conseguimos, ¿eh? No puedo dejarlo respirar. Claro, así apuntando es más fácil, pero bueno. Cada uno puede hacerlo como quiera. No. Vale, bien, bien, bien. Venga. Que tenemos que acertar siempre, si no estamos muertos, ¿eh? Vale, venga, venga. Me está saliendo de puta madre. Sí, señor, ya sí, lo consigo, ¿eh? Tengo muy poca vida, pero bueno, voy a intentarlo. Lo hemos conseguido, gente. Y sin morir ni una sola vez, ¿eh? En todo lo que llevo jugado.
Are you okay? Damn. Snake! Fox? Die. If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel!
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I'd better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay. Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi?
I heard about my brother.
Fox, no, Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him. and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Foxdie too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you. Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code, inscribed into their genes. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from now on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the illusions, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
It's nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Bueno, chavales, espero que hayáis disfrutado de este remake Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake. La verdad que una maravilla traerlo al canal. El Extremo, es increíble. Y bueno, gente, pues aquí me despido. Os dejo con la cinemática final que va a salir hablando Celot, ¿vale? Y ya subiré Metal Gear Solid 2, así que bueno, un honor de traeros esto al canal. Y muchas gracias como siempre por el apoyo. Y bueno, gente, hasta la próxima. Muchas gracias, de verdad. 1.000.000 de gracias.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.